Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Utopia. This is Sinulab, and let's get started. So with the farm here, I just decided to get rid of the sprinkler system and not have seeds and pneumatics spontaneously growing, because even after just a day of it running, I came down here to look to see how it was, and barrels are full. Basically, 50, 45 stacks, it looks like, between, and that's just a lot. I didn't want to spend the mats to make these void chests or void barrels, and so just decided to do away with the watering sprinkler system now and just keep it like this. So that's fine, and actually we've gotten quite a good number of resources just off of what I have put in there. So we're looking good on seeds and wheat for right now. I think that'll get us through what we need it for, and wood we're doing good now on. And I think I'm actually going to add a couple more barrels here for cotton and cotton seeds, because we do need those in the future. Going to need to be making a lot of frames. And I think I have some cotton seeds in here. That'll be good. Oh yeah, 32. All right, great. Let's designate a corner for cotton. Get that started. I'll need to get well, no, we've got a chest back here, so we don't need barrels immediately, and I can hold it back up for a little while until I get that hooked up. But let's. Well, I need to get some cobblestone to set that all up, so I'll do that later. Anyway. So, we've also been thinking about the blaze spawner down there that I've had some issues with. I think I'm just going to make it a powered spawner from Ender.io and just be able to turn it on and off when I need. So I only get the mats when I need, and don't have to have it running all the time and have to worry about having too much light to turn it off or whatever. I was actually thinking about using pistons and just blocking it in so nothing can spawn in that space, but that's just a little overkill. Let's just make it a powered spawner, and like that. However, that's going to take about 800 RF per tick alone. The multiplier for being a blaze spawner on a powered spawner, just a tier 1 powered spawner, yeah, 800 RF per tick. I'm nowhere near producing that. That's going to wipe me clean, lickety-split. So what I got to do really is get an upgraded power system going, because right now this is doing what, 20 RF per tick? Totally inadequate. But I'm thinking I'm going to do some compression engines and get into collecting some oil and refining that into some fuel, and giving it 2 refineries. I think they can power 3 of these compression engines with some of the augments that they have for it. This is actually pretty cool, because I've actually haven't done much with the augments. Well, I guess I can't show you the recipe here, but there's a tab that opens up and you can put augments in there. And so with the combination that I'm planning on making, I'm going to do level 1 and level 2 of this fuel efficiency, and then level 1 and level 2 of the power multiplier. And I think if I'm reading this right, it's either 5% or 10% overall fuel efficiency with 4 times the power. Now, I don't know if tier 2, the negative 25 here, adds on to this negative 15, and thus this plus 35 adds on to this. If it's by itself, it's, I think, a 5% gain. If it's together, I think it's a 10, right? Because we've got 45 here, and this would be just 40. So now, if you add them, it's a 5% saving. If you don't, it's a 10%. But I'm not sure which way it goes. Either way, it's a savings for 4 times the power. And that'll be nice. We can clear up some of the oil lakes around here, So that'll be good. And that'll be a new power source I've never used before, so that'll be fun to play with. And we can get rid of this setup. We will need to keep one to kind of start the refineries if I happen to have no power whatsoever. Or maybe I'll just make another battery and have that just as the backup battery. That'll be the jump start. I think that's a better idea. Okay, so what we need then actually before any of that gets started is to make a pump, so we can pump some oil into a tank. So I'm going to need to make some tanks, and I'm likely going to want some large tanks that can hold a lot of oil so I don't have to go make frequent trips. I have actually found a cave spider, not a cave spider, just a regular spider spawner also. So I've got a skeleton over there, a spider over there. We've got the zombie down in the mines, or the abandoned mine shaft. So I can make powered spawners out of those too, and then I think I can just, yeah, break the spawners, pick them up. I don't think they actually break. You have to do anything more with them, and then just swap it out for what I need to power spawn. I think those guys, they don't have nearly the multiplier that blazes do, so I won't need nearly 800 RF per tick for them. But I did find 4 more Ender Lily seeds, and while breaking these, got an extra, another seed, so I'm up to 13 now. So rocking and rolling. And Harry over here collecting the zombies all the time, but hey, look at this. 17 emeralds. Fantastic. Just sitting here doing his thing. I've got 17 emeralds. Looking good. All right, so I'm going to work on getting a pump, making some tanks, and looking at collecting some oil. Alrighty, folks, I've got a pump made and a nice reinforced tank, and I've got some ender fluid conduits here. Let's go and look for some oil. I'm charging up the battery that we had on the grinder downstairs. Looks like it's full, and this guy's now getting full off of that. Very good, so we'll grab you and let us go. Did I hear a zombie over here? No. Okay. I did find at the bottom of my mine another cave that I need to explore fully. I lit up a good chunk of it. And that is actually what led me to the spider spawner, which is about over here. We updated the server, right, to version 1.2.1, and I lost all of my waypoints. But I was fortunate enough to actually make a backup when it prompted me to. And I found where the JSON files were for the waypoints in the last pack, or the last journey maps directory, and was able to copy those over and get them all back. So that made me very happy because there's a lot of nodes here that I had lost. So here's some oil. This looks good. Sun's just rising, so it doesn't look like we're going to get harassed. So let us, I don't know if it needs to be in the center, but let's move it somewhat. This isn't actually very deep. But we'll probably suit our needs for an immediate future. Right now, it's not what I wanted. Let's grab that. And that should start dropping something down. Let's see here. Let's connect up some fluid. Yep, okay, that is going down. Very good. And the battery out the back. So that should start filling, and it looks like it is. Very good. All right, we're starting to collect some oil. Yeah, I'll be back when it's full. Alrighty, folks, that didn't take too long, and we've got 53 barrels worth of oil. I think that should last us. Let me just grab this up, head back to base, and we'll work on making the refineries and start making this into fuel. Yeah. Now, this is not oil, this is sludge. Just noticed that as it got back here, so I'll just go throw this into the sludge boiler and we'll go look for some oil. Alrighty, folks, well, there is no denying that this is oil because that is an oil geyser. So let's tap right into this bad boy. I think we'll have a little bit more luck than the sludge I actually picked up last time. That was not very cool to find out when I got back that it was not sludge. I mean, it was sludge and it was not oil. All right, so, and it looks like we're going to get quite a bit from this. Yeah. I wonder if it'll fill this up. That'll be nice, huh? Last us a good long time. All right. And the battery should still be configured. Yeah. That's a going. Oh, I see. It's just getting the this thing first. So it'll be slow going to begin with, but I'll be back when it's done. Alrighty folks, well, it looks like it's just shy of being able to scoop up everything, but we got 128 buckets of oil. Marked it on the mini-map here for later retrieval, but I'm just going to grab this and head back home. I'm going to grab a sign of some sort and put it up here just so people know whose this is if they happen to come by. Yeah, alright. Alrighty folks, let's see if I can pick up where I left off. It's actually been a couple of days for me. Things got a little crazy busy at the homestead here, but we're back under control. I believe when I left off we had just come back with the oil. So now I've set up a couple of refineries here that are being powered off of this energy cell, which taps directly off of what will be our main point of contact for the generators. I'll get these out of here and I'm going to put 3 of those compression engines right here, get the fuel going into them, get some water going into them, and getting some power back down into this line, which will feed into everything how we have it the way it is right now. So I'm just going to make those off camera, but this thing's trucking along. So it converts oil on a 1-to-1 basis. So this should be exactly full of 128 buckets when this is done. Why are you slowing down? Oh, because you're out of power. Yeah, these guys can't even keep up with this production, so I'm definitely going to have to get some new engines that are doing, what is it? I think I got 360 RF out of each engine when I get them upgraded with the augments that I'm going to use. Let me get started on that because we are going to need some bigger throughput. All right. I've done some work around the base. I have logged in on, a short time each of those couple of days and did some work around here. Starting to get into some decoration, get some color in here. It was getting a little bland being all gray and green. And even this I swapped out for some marble, chiseled marble, just to give it a little brighter snap than the gray other blocks were. But yeah, it's been a while. Let's see how many emeralds we got here. I don't know. I haven't looked. He's always got an audience. 29. Excellent. Excellent. And I do have already another extra seed from here. I'm not even going to plant it. Every time I come back here, I've got 13 ender pearls. I may never ever have to visit the actual ender pearl farm that Micronaut made. But anyway, let me get started on making some engines and some augments, and let's start making some power. Alrighty folks, well we've got it basically running, but there is something that needs to change here and quick, because right now the engines without the augments that I'm going to eventually put in them, it's putting out 80 RF, which is fine, times 3, 240. This line can handle it. This line can do 640. But ultimately I'm going to be getting 960 total out of here, and this line's not going to do so well. So I need to upgrade this line at least to the battery. And that's where another kind of bottleneck hits. This can only input 800 RF per tick, so with 960 being pumped through, that's going to be kind of a waste. I don't think that carries over. So I'm going to have to at least get the next tier battery at the receiving end of the main power so that we can at least capture everything that we should be able to capture, and then we can divvy it out to this cell and beyond at the rate it needs. And actually that's going to be good for another reason, because the blaze spawner is going to be taking 800 RF per tick by itself, and right now that would take everything that this battery can do in a tick, so I would squeeze off the rest of my base while I was running that blaze spawner. So another good reason to get one of those guys upgraded. And I believe the efficiency that I'm going to be getting with these is pretty darn good, because right now this is struggling. Oh, actually it's starting to build up now. Interesting. It was struggling. It was probably just struggling because it was filling up these capacities. Okay. Okay, good, good. Then we're fine here. It's refining more fuel than it's consuming at the current time, and it's only going to get more efficient once I get these augments made. So we've got a few more things to build. There's always something else you got to do. But I can get rid of these generators now and stop burning coal, and that'll be a good thing. Alrighty, I'll be back. Alrighty folks, we have all of our augments made. let's get these engines a little bit more maximized and make more power than we're doing right now, which seems to be locked at 240. Guess these things take a bit more power than I thought. This should actually, start building up. This is back up to full. I was using some power building my things, but these augments here, we don't need this redstone. We're never going to turn these on and off. These actually will turn themselves off if they have nothing to power, so that's kind of nice, kind of like the survival generators. But we've got the level 1 and level 2 of the energy, and the level 1 and the level 2 of the efficiency. So each one of these should put out, I think it was 360 RF per tick, which is a whole lot better than the 80 RF per tick. Whoops. And the 80 RF per tick it started off. No, it's just 320. Okay, 320. Oh, that makes sense. 960 would make it 320. So excellent. Let's get these all swapped out, and I even have some cable here that'll be able to hold all the power we're going to be generating now. So got a redstone battery over here, you can see, so we can capture everything that we can per tick. It's doing 640 now. This should start building. Oh yeah, that's building now. Excellent. We are generating some power, which is good. We've been kind of struggling for a while, just kind of getting by, use some power and let it charge over time, over a very long time. But that looks like it's coming to an end. We are generating some good RF now. That's still reading 640 because I haven't swapped out these yet. Let's get these swapped out. A bit of lag there, all right. And like that. Oh, now that's filling up because, right, the line underneath, the line going from this battery to this one is still only the 640. So that's going to be starting to have a little backup. That's just fine. And yeah, of course, this is still 640 going over to the main base. So I'm thinking we're going to want to tap off some side of this battery to charge our spawner so that we can take the 800 off of this battery and won't affect these batteries and the rest of the base. But there we go. These things are charging up. They are both charging up, so everyone's, we're getting power. And how empty is this? Okay, so we've gone over half of this already, but we've got a good 50 buckets worth of fuel, which is slowly going up because these are a little bit more efficient now. So we actually should be saving up on more fuel than we were before. Doing 320 RF per tick. Excellent. So we've got power somewhat under control now. Once this runs out, I will go and scoop up the rest of that oil that we had over on that field that we found. And now let's start working on getting that blaze spawner, a powered spawner. I'm going to move the room from where it is down here and move it closer to underneath, or maybe we should just make another building that'll be our spawn building. Put a bunch of these spawners next to each other and make on-off switches for each of them. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, maybe dig back down here a little bit, you know? Time to expand the base. And look at that. That'll even make it a little less square. Huh. Yeah, all right, let's do that. Yeah, and we've got no reason, whoa, a little lag there. We've got no reason why we can't make our staff of traveling now. I think I was holding off on, oh, right, powering it. So now that we've got good power, let's make a wireless charger so that will charge our staff of traveling, because we can make that. I've got to replace the soul binder. I actually had to make a magma crucible in order to get the, oops, this is the magma crucible, in order to get the redstone into the frame for the new battery. So got to find a place for this now. Got to keep it symmetrical, you know. But anyway, let me come back in a bit. Alrighty, folks. Geez, I had to make a slice and splice here in order just to make this piece, the ender resonator for the wireless charger. There's always another step you got to put into it. But in an octadic capacitor, I don't even have those high of capacitors in my regular machines. Goodness gracious. But we've got the wireless machine now, the wireless charger. And I think, given the fact that I'm going to be expanding that way for the spawner, right about the thumb room seems to be a good center of operation here. We're going to be expanding over in this direction to get a spawn room going. So we've run the line over here, and we're just going to let that go. That's powered on. And I think I've even got all the pieces I need to get a staff of traveling made. In a dungeon, I actually found some dark steel, so I don't have to make any of that. And in order to make the cap, we're going to need the vibrant crystal. And I have an ender vial right there. Okay. An enderman and a soul vial. And a little bit of lag. There we go. Now let's see here. I think I've got all the pieces, right? I just need, this lag to go away. Dark steel and the ender crystal, which is the vibrant crystal and the soul vial in the soul binder. I've got 10 levels. So then we just need to do that. And go. Use player XP. Yes. All right. And wow, there is some lag. Someone must be doing some terrain generation, exploring. It's been kind of like this while I've been doing my thing here, but that's all right. We're going to have a staff of traveling now. We've got power generation, and very good. I even took the cotton away. I started that, if not my last segment before I came back, then, whenever. But I stopped it because already I've got 51 stacks of cotton. I don't even know why I put the seeds here. You don't collect seeds. I had to do that manually, so I'll take that out of there. But got enough cotton for now, especially since we have enough string. We've cleaned up a lot of the cobwebs down in that mine shaft, but I've left some there. Get some silk touch on some shears maybe and pick them up and use them for something, I don't know. Decoration, but this should be done. Yep, get the soul vial back. Ender crystal. Ah, this is going to be beautiful. Excellent. And it's too far away back here to charge? Oh, really? All right. There must be a way to lengthen that, although I tried right-clicking on it and I didn't get any interface, so maybe in my last base I had more than one wireless charger? Yeah, that must have been the case because I was pretty much able to recharge anywhere around my base, and shift clicking around. Now I can just point to a travel anchor and go to it. Now we are traveling around. Excellent. Oh yeah, see, it's not even charging over here. Huh. All right, well, maybe I need to make a few more. Or at least move this one over here, which I'm sure I'll be in most of the time, at least one time during any pass through the base. But yeah, because I don't think I can expand those. All right, well, we'll work on that, but we've got the staff. Whoops, I don't need to click shift if I'm just going there. Excellent. And so this guy, he's full, and you're full. Oh, we're out of oil, so you're done doing your thing. And how full is this? 92 buckets, huh? Oh, you're still filling up your internal buffers. Okay. Okay, but you should be shutting off. These guys should be shutting off once they get completely full. And that'll be good. So let me actually pick this guy up, and we'll go and collect up the rest of that oil. I marked it on the oil. Yep, it's not too far in the distance. Let's go and collect up the rest. Alrighty, folks. Well, the tank didn't completely fill, but it's taken a little long time. You noticed we were talking about the lag earlier. I was mentioning it. Well, the server's already crashed once, so it's come back up. We're all back online, but it's still a bit laggy. You can see the stars, they kind of jump back every now and again, which is not really too good. But anyway, we've got, this is over half full, so we're just going to go back to base with this and get this processed into fuel to just keep our engines happy. And I think it's a good wrapping up point, actually. It's about that time. We have made some good progress, though. Got a power upgrade, storage capacity upgrade with the new batteries, and lots of oil here, and our staff of traveling. So I can now zip around the base. Don't have to go hunt down a travel anchor to then go to a travel anchor. It's one reason why I really haven't been using them too much. By the time I remember to use it, I've already kind of like left a building, and it's like, don't want to turn myself around. But with the staff of traveling now, I can just do that anywhere. I can be walking somewhere and go, oh, wait, you know what? I can just zip over there, and here I am. Excellent. And I had to change some redstone into glowstone. It was nice seeing these things finally fire off again. They're all backed up because I'm just not using the mana for too much. Although, there is something I was remembering that Dire Wolf made to get step assist up the one step. You can just walk up instead of having to jump. And there is something here in Britannia that can do that. I don't remember. Oh, I think it's this. Yeah. Increases movement speed and resistance to fall damage. Very nice. Move one block higher. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is what I want to make. So we can do leather. Gonna have to learn about ruin making. I think I need to make another device for that. Mana steel is not too hard. Okay, so I'm going to have to read up on ruins. I'll get that prepared for next episode. Between this episode and next, I'm going to do some work on the blaze spawner. What I got to do is just break the one that we have and then use that in a powered spawner from Ender.io and get that set up. And I'll do that between this episode and next, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.